All right, Reel in the Field. We're back with a brand new episode, and today we're going to get into some NFL talk.
Yeah, the NFL schedules have been released, so we're going to take a dive into the international games, take a look at the preseason power rankings, and then do some way too early Super Bowl predictions.
Yeah, we're also going to get into a game of Guess the Missing Word.
But more specifically, the missing lyric.
Yeah. And then finish it off with some real estate talk and talk about how that California 20% down payment assistance program worked out and get into a little bit more about what that program was. So sit back, enjoy the episode. If you like what you hear, like and subscribe, and enjoy the show. All right, Reel in the Field. We're back with a new episode, and we're just going to get straight into it.
Let's do it.
Been a ton of stuff going on in the NFL. It's back. The NFL draft happened. Lots to cover there. I don't know if we want to get into that. The schedule just got released. We knew the matchups. We knew who these teams were going to be facing, but now we had it all laid out and who's playing who, when they're playing.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about, though, are the international games.
Okay.
Okay, and where's the NFL going with all this? So I did a little research.
Okay.
Okay, so I just went back to 2016.
All right.
There was 4 international games then. Following year 5. 2018, they had 3. 19, they had 6. Okay, when they had 6, there was 4 in the UK.
All right.
1 in Mexico and 1 in Canada. And then 2001, they dropped down to 2 games.
Oh.
They stayed in the UK. Okay, 2022, they had 5 games, 3 in the UK, 1 in Mexico, then they put 1 in Germany.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so the schedule came out for this year.
Yeah.
And they're going back to 5 games. 3 in the UK. They had such good results in Germany from last year, they're giving Germany an extra game. So they're going to have 2 there. Okay, UK plays their games at, what's that big stadium? Wembley?
Oh, Wembley, yeah. Wembley
Am I saying
Stadium.
that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Right. So they're playing their games there. So kept digging, do some more research. The NFL teams, you got to sacrifice 1 home game every 8 years.
Sacrifice 1 home game every 8 years.
And it has to be an international game.
Oh, that's the give up. That's the sacrifice.
That's the sacrifice.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this year the Titans and Bills are getting new stadiums.
Okay.
So it makes sense for those guys this year.
Just to hit the road, yeah. Just pack your bags and
not the road. You're what do they call it?
the tarmac. Yeah, hit the tarmac.
So another thing is down the road. There's talk about France, Spain, and Brazil hosting games.
Wow. All right. Well,
Okay.
I mean,
this could be like years down the road, but
yeah,
there's talks about that. Okay. What is the NFL doing?
In short, what are they doing?
Why?
All right. If I'm gonna just kind of venture a guess,
pick a side.
I would imagine that they're just trying to build this into a global brand. I mean, the way that soccer is so international, there are teams like if you like a Messi jersey. You know, the soccer stud, one of the one of the most known soccer players in the world. That jersey, I don't even know. I can't imagine how many jerseys that guy sells like worldwide because he's a worldwide figure because soccer is an international sport.
Right. Everybody on the planet plays soccer.
Right.
Not everybody plays football. American football, gridiron, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, well, the NFL is going to change that.
Okay. So there's my next question.
Yeah.
So I kept reading. Mexico has big fan base, or Steelers and Cowboys are huge there. Okay. Like, what's the end game? What is the NFL trying to do? They're just trying to tap into some markets and make some money.
Oh, 100%. For me, thinking about the NFL, as much as we've talked about this before, as much as the NFL, as we look at it as a sport and, the purity of the sport and just how, the best man's going to be out there on the field and how that you can't take away from that game, the integrity of the game. It is a business at the end of it. It's a business, right?
Okay. So with that in mind, but how much is that franchise losing if they're not hosting a home game?
I think
or
that,
are they being compensated maybe?
Oh,
some other way?
I think that. when you think about like ticket sales, or when you think about revenue generated
Merchandise.
from a game, it's a small fraction that's actual ticket sales. A lot of the money comes from advertising on TV. Like I remember years ago when the Angels signed a deal with like Fox. It was like a couple $1 billion of it. The deal was a couple billion.
Yeah.
And I don't like quote me on that. It's somewhere in that neighborhood. But it was
someone fact checked that.
it was a huge TV deal.
Yes.
That the
Commercial
organization
sponsors.
got so much money from this, so that that Fox could be could air the games, the home games, or all the games. So I think that more than just having a team play in your own your own backyard, that is like a drop in the bucket, I think, compared to what you get from TV ratings. Now, if it's televised in Mexico, let's say there is, like you're saying, a big fan base of the Steelers and Cowboys in Mexico.
Well, they're not having a game in Mexico this year because they're trying to get ready for the Olympics.
Oh, gotcha.
Because they're hosting the Olympics. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere, so
Right.
don't quote me on that. But
Right.
and then the field conditions last time we were there weren't great.
Dude, that, thanks
Weren't
to
great, so they were kind of like,
we can thank Shakira for one of the greatest games that I've witnessed offensively, because that was, I don't know if you remember that game that was scheduled in Mexico. It was actually the Chiefs versus Rams game that was scheduled in Mexico.
And if they score like,
It was like a combined 90 points and like 1,000 combined yard, or plus, I don't know, 1,000 plus total yards. That game was scheduled in Mexico, and evidently there was a concert. Shakira put on a concert in that stadium, and the crowd just like messed up the entire field. So they had to swap out the field in preparation for the game. And the grass didn't settle, it didn't grab, whatever.
Yeah.
And the Players Association went out there to Mexico to inspect the conditions and said, "Yeah, no mas."
oh, look at you.
And thanks to Shakira, I got to witness one of the most incredible football games. I mean, we're obviously like we love defensive, a defensive
I remember
back
that
and
game.
forth, but that was one of the most entertaining games. It was just everything. There was defensive touchdowns. There was offensive touchdowns. That post, sideline post. I forget, it was a tight end that ran, I believe, that ended up being the winning touchdown. That was one of the most.
Rams ended up winning, right?
Rams won that game, on that play. It was probably one of the most entertaining games that I've been to, and to that point, it was scheduled in Mexico. And had to get transferred over here.
Okay, so is the NFL going to try to expand in a couple of years, and you have international teams?
Oof,
Or is that too much?
I think that might be a bridge too far.
What if it's not across the pond? What if you get an organization? Take the NHL.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of them in Canada. Right, Vancouver, whoever, Ottawa, whoever. Not a hockey guy, so the Canucks or whoever. I don't know.
Yeah,
but you could have teams in Canada. You could maybe put a team somewhere in Mexico.
Yeah,
you're thinking time zones.
Oh, dude, the Tijuana Tigers.
But once you're crossing like international, big international flights.
I think that would be
too
complicated for the NFL, and not just for the NFL to just try and schedule that out, but just think about the teams that have to play. Like, if you're playing a split like schedule of 8 home games, and those away games that you have to play. I mean, you're playing all over. Imagine if a team from the UK has to come out and play the Rams. That is like a 16-hour flight.
Okay, what if you do it like baseball does it? That team from the UK comes here. Okay, they play a couple away games.
Yeah.
Then they fly back home.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they're hosting everyone. Everyone goes there. Your next week is a bye week. Someone goes there. Their next week is a bye week.
Yeah, that could work. I think it's almost like when these teams get scheduled out there, it seems like it's to grow it, but not to a point where I think it's still a kind of like U.S. kind of good. It's still a Harley Davidson. It's still, Jack Daniel's whiskey.
Okay.
I don't think that you would ever like put a Jack Daniel's distillery in the UK, it kind of takes away from like what the NFL is and what this product is. Do you know what I mean?
Then why go in the first place? Just to make a couple.
Oh, to grow the
brand.
Absolutely. I think again, this is it's a business first and foremost. Like the people who own these companies, the owners of these franchises, are in it to make money. They're not in it to. And look, they'll say they want to win a championship or they want to win a Super Bowl, and that's primarily because winning a Super Bowl sells tickets and it sells jerseys and it sells advertisement.
Yeah.
Well, put it this way: before the Brady Belichick duo, how many Sunday night football games did you see? How many Monday night football games did you see of the Patriots with Drew Bledsoe in their center? Hardly any. I mean. That wasn't a team that draws eyes. When you see that Sunday night game, it's the Cowboys, it's the Steelers, it's the Chiefs, it's the games that people want to see.
It's the popular teams.
Because when teams win Super Bowls, all these bandwagoners come on and they'll just jump on, and that becomes their team, right? Yeah. Now, when you do that. And that's ultimately what the whole point of winning Super Bowls is to get those eyeballs on your team, because there is revenue that's brought in from the advertisement from a Sunday night football game. That's a primetime game that is televised from LA to New York and every TV in between. That is they reserve those spots for teams that people want to see. Yeah. They're not going to, I know we always shit on the Browns, but they're not going to put the Browns on Sunday night football or Monday night football or Thursday night football for that matter, because it's a primetime spot.
Well, that and all the streaming stuff now, there's going to be a lot of streaming the games.
Yeah.
The Thursday night football on Amazon was not successful.
Yeah.
But they're rolling with it again.
There's
going to be a game on Paramount Plus and not on Paramount, on Peacock.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah.
So streaming, people are going to start bidding on that stuff to try to get games.
But it all comes down to advertising and how many eyeballs are going to be on this game. And I think that right now we have the United States, all the eyeballs in the United States that get divvied up. If you can draw in more eyeballs from the UK or from Mexico or wherever, that's just, you're generating more revenue for the NFL. That advertising dollar that's going to be spent, because people who are fans of, let's say, the Cowboys or the Steelers down in Mexico, when they're televising it out there, they're going to, whatever channel it's being televised on, is going to, in those commercial breaks, they're going to put on a commercial for whatever the product is out in Mexico, the Coca-Cola of whatever. They're going to be advertising those, and it costs money. I mean, that's why the Super Bowl, it's one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive ad airtime that you could purchase in all of, sports, because so many people are watching it at that one time that they're trying to grasp that audience. Yeah. So it all comes down, for me, just looking at this, I mean, I hate to be, kind of, so
it's the almighty dollar.
It is. It comes down to the dollar. And this, sport, we don't like to look at sports as a business. It takes away from the purity of the sport. But that's what it is. Yeah. It comes down to that. I don't think you'll ever see college football being advertised. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe you will. But right now, the NFL, it's a business, and I think they're just trying to capture more of those dollars internationally.
Okay. So here's two more for you, and then we'll move on from the international thing. What if they put a division, they put 4 teams out there? Okay.
I mean...
Or they set up some sort of, not a league, but maybe an offshoot of the league.
Yeah, they do have the European League. Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm talking
really part of the NFL.
Yeah, really kind of beef it up.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the Super Bowl then plays that team, then you're the world champion.
Yeah, you still
or again, is that way too much?
I think it's too much. I think when you're thinking about league play, all right, sure, you can make that work, but you only play these teams twice a season. You need to fill the calendar with with other games, and I don't think that it wouldn't be in the NFL's best interest to like just kind of splinter it off like that into maybe I'll give you like maybe Mexico. I can see them putting a team in Mexico because you're talking, the difference. I mean, you can get the distance from LA to New York. If you were just kind of drop that down, put it on like put a pin, and just drop it down, you're ending up somewhere in like the middle of Mexico. You know what I mean? And so there's not a lot of difference between those two.
Yeah.
I think it would, if you put a team in Mexico City, well, maybe, because that's just close enough to where you could, possibly get some like league play and get some like scheduled stuff out there. But that's I can't see. I think you would dilute the brand. I think it would kind of like tarnish the brand a little bit once you start bringing in teams in other countries. I mean, first of all, I think that the NFL owners would have to agree to something like that. And then also, who's going to own a team out there?
Dude, how many international billionaires are there that would be like
that? But that, I don't think that is, I think it's like like the group of, I feel like it's like an HOA where like they will like determine who gets to own these teams. I don't think it's as like a free for all and whoever has the most money to own a team. Like this thing is so like the NFL is so like precious. Like they're so kind of maybe not precious. That's not the right word, but they're so like protective of this brand that doing something in international, like in Mexico or Canada or Europe or wherever, it's like they have no control over that. They can't have their thumb on the owner or on the organization like they can here. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it would be too like out of their control for them to do it.
So they're just going there, showing off, getting more money.
Money grab,
and then bouncing out.
There's money there. There's money sitting over there in Europe with some eyeballs. There's a fan base over there, and they're slowly but surely growing it.
Okay, so there's no long game then. This isn't
I
a long game.
I don't think it's a long game. I don't think it's a long game.
Okay, here's my last question about this international stuff.
All right.
How would you feel if they held the Super Bowl in the UK?
Oh, that's sacrilege now. No, you can't.
Come on, Wembley Stadium or whatever. UK, they hold like their average anywhere from 75 to 86,000 in attendance.
Well, the Coliseum can hold like 90. So yeah, let's.
No, but I'm just saying it's not like they would probably sell it out.
Oh yeah, I don't think the ticket sales would be a huge issue to get that place sold out.
Okay,
I just don't think.
Why would you? Because here's my answer.
Yeah.
I don't care where they play the game because my ass ain't never going to a Super Bowl because I can't afford it. So what's the difference to me?
Yeah, I mean, I see that.
My only deal would be like, you have to give me the next day off. Can we please make Monday a holiday after the Super Bowl?
Or just
or do it on Saturday, please. Gosh.
I mean, at this point,
Roger Goodell, let's go, dude.
Yeah,
do it on Saturday. Okay, but if they said this year it's in Germany or it's in wherever. How do you feel?
I can actually see that being the case because you have so much time leading up to the game that it gives teams
2 weeks.
It gives teams it gives them time to get acclimated. That whole part about traveling somewhere and having like jet lag and being fatigued, and I mean I feel like that's a real thing, but I can actually see them doing that. Yeah. I don't think it would be.
No, but I think some owners and some cities would be pissed.
For sure.
Like, it's our turn to host. Everyone bids to.
Oh yeah, I mean to get the Super Bowl in your city. I've been in 2 Super Bowl cities. One was most recent. The most recent one was when the Rams played here in LA, or played in LA, and then the other one when I was in Arizona. Both of those times, the amount of just the revenue that gets poured into that city.
Tourism.
The hotels, the restaurants. Yeah. It's a 2-week party, and everybody is like just pouring money. There's parties like every night. There's restaurants that are just like filled up. It does so much for a city. So I can't imagine I mean, I might like be contradicting myself now, but I can imagine, yeah, like you were saying, the owners just being like, oh yeah, no, go ahead and pass that on to, the UK and let that city reap the benefits of all of what we do here
Right, but
to
you want to have
develop this brand.
but you want to have a money grab.
It's true, man. That's a tough one. Yeah.
ah.
I could see if that were to happen, I could see there being like a huge kind of pushback and a lot of maybe, some fallout from that. Some people getting real pissed off that
I don't know.
that's not
Just
coming to
throwing
their
it out
city.
there. Throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's an interesting
You like that one?
Yeah,
You like
no,
that
it's
one?
good. Yeah.
All right. Okay, next thing, the NFL is trying to take over the holidays now.
Yeah.
So the schedule, they have 3 games on Thanksgiving, when usually it's just
Yeah,
the
it's
2.
just Lions, yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
They're gonna have 1 game on Black Friday, so the day after Thanksgiving.
I don't like that.
Okay, they got a full slate on Christmas Eve. They're gonna have 3 games on Christmas and 1 game on New Year's Eve.
Wow.
I always thought the NBA was a Christmas.
Yeah, well, yes. Christmas has always been, yeah.
Right, there's like a handful of NBA games that day.
Yeah. I feel like the Lakers have always played on Christmas.
Right,
I remember.
or LeBron, wherever LeBron's at.
Yeah,
they
no,
play.
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, or Golden State or somebody. But now, dude, 3 games on Christmas.
Dude, I'm not a fan of football games on Christmas. I think I don't know, like it's like a little too much. Thanksgiving, all right, there's your holiday, keep that. We all know
too much?
that Thanksgiving is like the holiday for football.
And the turkey leg, John Madden. all
Yeah,
that stuff,
but
yes.
if you're talking Christmas, so Christmas doesn't always fall on a certain day. It's all over the place, right? It's not like Thanksgiving where it's a Thursday. We know it's going to be a Thursday. Go ahead and keep that Thursday game. But what if it's a Tuesday or Wednesday? What if Christmas lands on, on a Tuesday?
I don't know. I guess they're playing. I guess I could have looked that up. Sorry, I didn't look it up.
How does that schedule work out too? I mean, you would have to get the teams that are either going to be on a bye or just coming off a bye. And also, I don't know. I've never been a fan of I don't know. I feel like Christmas is for families and for hanging out and not.
I don't know.
Not
Just
watching
throwing it out
football.
there. Throwing it out there. Okay. Let's look at. We're just going to look at week 1 and week 2 because those are early matchups. Because next thing you know, these teams could be 0-2 for all we know. We'd never hear from them again. So week 1, you got Lions and Chiefs. Are the Chiefs going to have a Super Bowl hangover? And the Lions have been playing well. They got Dan Campbell, the new coach.
Yeah.
Goff's playing well. They had a pretty good draft. So that game's, I think, pretty interesting. And then also week 1, Bills at Jets.
Ooh.
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets.
Yeah, that'll get some eyeballs for
Yeah.
sure.
So Aaron Rodgers' first game there, I think that one's pretty interesting.
I think if we're just looking at it like being practical about it, it's a new organization. It's different. I feel like it's going to take him a minute to get his bearings and just kind of get used to this new team.
Or is he going to have the Tom Brady show up and we roll?
I don't know if he's that guy. I don't know. I kind of feel
He's
like
won a Super Bowl before.
Yeah.
According to NFL.com, he's the number 10 quarterback of all time.
Oh, jeez, I know.
That
But
was-
to kind of I think Tom Brady is proven to be just freakishly
True.
freakishly good, and I don't think he and Aaron Rodgers are on the same playing field. But I would say, I think it's going to be interesting. I think the Bills are just dialed in. I think they have their, Josh Allen is just a stud. And I think he's that guy is single-handedly could do more to will his team to win than I've seen anybody do.
Dude, have you seen him? He did a celebrity softball thing.
Yeah.
Dude, he was hitting
crushing.
Dude, he was hitting legit home runs. at
I believe
the
it.
baseball stadium.
Dude's a stud.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
He's huge.
I think that
He's
I
huge.
think they're just too sound and too dialed in to let this it's just I think that the odds are stacked against Aaron Rodgers. I don't care how good he is. I think that team just as a whole. They've gotten better over as of recently, but I don't think it's enough. He's enough to just overcome that.
Okay.
That's
Well,
a tough
do this.
Bills defense. And
really early predictions then.
yeah.
Okay, Lion-Chief game.
I'd go with the Chiefs, just same kind of reason. I think Jared Goff is playing really well. I think, towards the end of the season, they had a lot to hang their hat on, and I think that I think they'll do well this season. I just don't know if it's enough to beat the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs is just...
And it's week 1, so it's early.
Yeah.
So that Bills-Jets, I'm assuming you're taking the Bills?
I would take the Bills, yeah.
Okay.
Take the Bills.
So, okay, week 2 matchups. Chiefs going to Jacksonville and playing the Jags. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know. I like Trevor.
Yeah, dude, we watched that game, that playoff game. That was, dude, that was really entertaining.
Yeah, I like him. So that's, and then the other matchup is the Jets going to the Cowboys. So Aaron Rodgers against his old coach.
Yeah, I think that
Mike
one's
McCarthy.
a little bit more interesting of a matchup just because you never know what Cowboy team you're going to get. They're so inconsistent. You can get, the Dak that puts up like crazy numbers and just runs over teams, or you can get the team that can't get to a huddle and can't get to the line and snap the ball, with just a couple seconds left and has like horrible time management. You don't know what team you're going to get.
But Aaron Rodgers is definitely going to play with a chip on his shoulder because of his old coach, Mike McCarthy, and all that.
I would say, loses against the Bills, takes that, and then tries to, take out his anger on his old coach next
Jets
one.
beat Cowboys
I would
week 2.
I think there's a better chance that Jets beat the Cowboys in week 2 than the Jets beat the Bills. So I would say, Jets by a nose hair.
Okay, hit me with the Chiefs-Jags week 2. If the Chiefs are beating the Lions week 1, then they're traveling to Jacksonville.
I think same thing. I think I don't think the Jaguars have enough talent to overdo. Was that your pick?
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags.
Well,
I like Trevor Lawrence. Man.
Oh well, look, I think I think he is. I mean, he was a stud. He was a stud at Clemson.
Oh man, no, but he's figuring it out, dude. He's gonna be all right.
He'll do well. Yeah. I just don't think you're talking about the Chiefs. Like these are I don't think they're going to have a Super Bowl hangover. They still have a lot of their team intact. And I think that they are going to – I think that Patrick Mahomes is – I mean, we've talked about him before. The guy is just like a freak.
Yeah,
I don't think that – I think they have a good game plan figured out. I think those two teams are going to the Chiefs and the Bills are both going to roll. And the Jags will be okay, but I don't think they're at that level yet.
All right. So last NFL bit we're going to talk about. ESPN put out a power ranking after the draft, after all the dust is settled. We're not going to talk about 32 through 16 because, I mean, the Raiders, the Colts, Titans. I mean, I don't think anyone's doing much there. So we'll just go with the top 15.
All right.
Okay, 15, you got the Steelers.
All right.
Okay, 14, the Vikings. 13, the Lions. 12, Jets. 11, the Seahawks.
Oh.
Okay. Well, the Seahawks made a little bit of a run last year, but
it
wasn't.
They're a little inconsistent, but
They made a run. Okay, so here are your top 10 teams, according to ESPN. Jacksonville Jaguars, number 10.
Wow, number 10. All right.
That's what I'm saying. Number 9, which I don't agree with this, and I hung out with someone the other day.
Yeah.
He's a new listener, and he was saying how he loves Justin Herbert.
I was going to say,
and he thinks Herbert is a dude, and I don't think he's a dude yet.
I could
everyone around him with the Chargers sucks. I don't know what their deal is. I don't believe in them.
I see whoever that was what their point is, because he has that Matthew Stafford kind of like what do you roll your eyes at that?
Well, I don't see it.
I'll tell you why. He's on a shitty team. He gets his ass kicked, and he still stands in there and fucking makes plays. Dude, that is Matthew Stafford at Detroit his entire career.
Does that mean Herbert needs to go to a different team?
I'm not going to say he needs to, but I think that if he does, he might have a better chance at winning a Super Bowl.
Okay.
There's some organizations that are snake-bitten, like we've talked
about it before, yes.
Snake-bitten organizations. They will find a way to lose. The Chargers-Jaguars game of last year is evident. That's like that is Chargers football. That's what they do. And to no fault of Herbert, I mean, yes and no. But, dude, the guy puts up 35 points or whatever it was. How many points did he have at half? It was like statistically almost impossible for them to lose that game. But somehow they found a way to do it. That's the Chargers. And, you know, I think to his credit, like, he is a fucking stud. He stands in there even when he's getting his ass kicked.
All right.
And he makes he makes some pretty spectacular plays.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I'd put him at number 9.
Yeah.
Oof. All right. Well, let's hear the rest of the list.
All right. Here we go. 8, Baltimore Ravens.
All right. Always a defensive powerhouse.
Yeah. Always good. Yeah. Lamar Jackson. He's good. I don't know.
Yeah. I think in the like this kind of like how football is kind of like it's changed in that way where having a running quarterback, you know, having like a Jalen Hurts, is like that's kind of what it's grown to be. Even Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a running quarterback. That guy will like lower his head and get you whatever you need. Forget your fullback. Just put that guy in there, give him the ball and bury his head.
Yeah. All right. Number 7, them boys.
Oh wow, they put him at number 7.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Them boys.
Number 6. My buddies, one of my buddies, my coworkers' favorites.
Yeah.
The Finns, as in the Miami
Ooh.
Dolphins. I think it's way too high.
Yeah, I think it's too high, but that's a fun team to watch. They've just been kind of like fun. Building. They've been
they are fun to watch.
Dude, I think Jalen Ramsey is going to be a great addition to that team.
That is the little bit that I read said Jalen Ramsey is going to help there on D.
And not just in his just his presence. I mean, because I think his presence, like, you know, teams will play away from him.
Yeah.
1, he's a great tackler. 2, he's still. I mean, I know people say he's not the shutdown corner that he was, but he's still a presence out there.
Yeah.
But his experience and what he gives to all the other guys.
Yeah.
I think that Rams defense was much better in the secondary than they would have been without him with his leadership. You know what I mean? Not just his presence, but his leadership.
Yeah.
And what he got, like what he brought to everybody. Dude, remember we were on the sideline watching him coach up the other at practice.
Yeah.
Coaching up all the other guys out there, tell them where to be.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to take a shot at the top 5?
Top 5. All right. Well, you got to put of course the Eagles are going to be up there. Probably number.
Just keep going.
All right, Eagles are up there. The Chiefs are up there. The Bills are up there. You got to have the Bengals. Wait, hold on. These are all AFC teams except for the except for the Eagles.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
You're missing one more.
Oh, maybe the Giants.
No. Giants came in at number 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Again, is it an NFC team?
We've talked about this team on the podcast. Not your favorite team.
Oh, yeah, the Niners. Dude, you know, I'm not going to hate on that because they're probably really one of the best defensive teams that's out there.
So,
look, as much as I kind of talk shit on him, I do like watching, I forget his name, but he's the Troy Polamalu 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking dude flies.
Yes.
So, not mad at that.
So, number 5, you got the Niners. Number 4, the Bills.
Okay.
Number 3, the Eagles. Number 2, the Bengals. And then number 1 is the Chiefs.
Wow.
There it is.
Pretty, I mean, look, all of this is before. Guys aren't even wearing pads right now, and that's what we're doing. You could turn that whole list upside down.
Yeah, we could see the New England Patriots at number 16.
Who's going to be your surprise team this year? Who's a team that you think is going to make a splash, make some noise? Because you still, Vikings aren't up there.
Yeah, the Vikings are always on the cusp. The Giants were kind of flirting with it a little bit last year.
Yeah. What do you think about the Lions?
I like them, but they need to keep the momentum going. Yeah. Because an organization like that, you hit a couple setbacks.
Yeah.
An injury here, an injury there.
True.
You are easily putting it right back down in reverse, and you're done for. So they need
were a
to
couple
keep it
games,
going.
like a couple close games away from actually being in like making the playoffs. They were a couple games away from being. I mean, you're talking
They were
like
right there. They were
field goal,
they got a couple
touchdown.
guys.
Like they were competitive, super competitive. That's going to be my kind of. That's going to be my surprise
your dark
team.
horse?
Yeah, the dark horse.
I
The
mean,
NFL
I would,
this
maybe the Vikings, maybe the Steelers.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see some of these other teams really being much.
Yeah.
They're not great at quarterback, and they're kind of.
Yeah, Saints got Derek
Yeah,
Carr
they just
now.
got some
Let's
building
see how
to do.
how
Yeah.
that goes.
All right, you want to pick your Super Bowl matchup and your Super Bowl winner?
Ooh, Super Bowl matchup. All right, well,
super early Super Bowl.
yeah, super preliminary. Oh, I got to go Rams. I mean, I wouldn't be a fan if I wasn't going to pick them to be in the Super Bowl. You got to do it every year, right? Yeah, for years I used to go when I was at every year we'd go to a trade show like right before, like it was like usually in like June or July, and I always put $100 on the Rams to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
the one year,
it's not a bad bet.
literally the one year that I didn't go, is when they went to the Super Bowl and won.
Classic. Okay, so you're going.
All right, so that's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
But if I'm being completely honest, I think that the Eagles would like make another run at
Yeah.
it. I could see them.
Yeah.
I think providing Jalen Hurts stays healthy, and without him, I think they're a different team. I think he adds just so much with his like just running ability just by itself. If I had to,
so who they playing? They playing.
Dude, I think the Bills they're right there. They've always been there.
Yeah.
They're right there. And as much as as much as I've shit on Josh Allen, or maybe I haven't shit on him, but I think that Josh Allen he's just like a competitor, and he's just been this close.
Yeah.
Like the last couple
good,
seasons, he's been this close to getting there.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe the stars will align this year, and he'll get his team across.
All right.
What's your prediction?
I like the Bengals.
Yeah.
They beefed up the O-line.
If they can
And
protect.
I think that was their downfall.
Yep.
So I think the Bengals are going to make a run. And then long shot,
Yeah.
them boys are going to head to the Super Bowl
Them boys.
to lose
Wow.
to Joe Burrow.
Wow.
Way early prediction,
Dude, them boys. All right.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
You never know. Dude, one of these years, they got to just make it back. I don't think they're going to win it, but they can make it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they have to at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. But Joe Burrow, get himself a ring.
Yeah. Smoke
He's gonna
that
do it.
cigar.
Yes. He's the man. All right. That's all in NFL talk.
All right. All right. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after the short message. This episode is brought to you by Cigar Spots of Orange. Cigar Spots is located in the Circle of Orange.
They have all the top brands of cigars and accessories, including my favorite, the Tatuaje Black Label. What are you going with?
That's a good cigar. I'm going with the Padron 1964. That's a hard cigar to come by. All you cigar lovers know how hard it is to get that cigar. But they also do home delivery. You can actually place the order online and have it delivered to your home if you live within the Orange County area. Or you can go and pick it up in store. You can order online, go to the store and pick it up. I did that recently when we were going out to dinner, needed to get a cigar on the way out, picked it up in store, and I was off.
When you were online, did you enter a promo code by chance?
Oh, yeah. Put in that promo code Tony Joe, got myself 20% off there. So visit cigarspots.com, and like Joe said, enter that promo code Tony Joe to get yourself that 20% discount. All right, and we are back. All right, J. Mitch, what game do we got today?
All right. We're going to play Guess the Missing Word, but we're going with song lyrics.
Okay.
Okay. These are all famous songs.
All right.
Songs everyone should know. You've heard them at least once. Okay. Different genres, different generations, different eras, decades, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So those of you listening and playing along at home, keep score.
Oh.
See how well you do, and let us know in the comment section how many of these you got right.
All right. Yeah, no cheating. I got a couple lyrics here too, but I'll let you start us off here. What do we
Okay,
got?
here we go. Dirty deeds and their
Dirty deeds and their done dirt deeds. Done. Dirty deeds and done dirt cheap.
yes,
Done
that is
dirt cheap.
correct. Dirty deeds and their done dirt cheap by AC/DC.
Done dirt. They should enunciate a little bit more. I feel like that, like you had to Google that, like, and Google wasn't around back then, so you just had to just kind of like power through it.
Or you open up the
Oh,
CD,
right.
you know.
Well, then it was an album. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
read the back of the album.
All right, this one's pretty easy, I think.
Okay.
Like a blank, touch for the very first time.
Oh, it's like a virgin touch for the very first time.
Singer.
Madonna.
Okay, very good. Okay. If you want to be my blank, you got to get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends.
If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends.
Who sings it?
The Spice Girls.
There you go.
All right, let me give you one over here. Let me see what you got over here.
All right, I'm ready.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop, chop, he says, I'm gonna.
Win big.
Choose not. I'll give you a little. Choose not the life of.
Hold on. Start over.
You got the first one.
No, but
I tweaked the game a little bit.
Oh,
I gave
okay.
you two. I gave you two.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop, chop, he says, I'm gonna win big. Choose not the life of.
Oh my gosh.
It's right there.
It is right there.
Yeah, it's 4 syllables.
Okay, one more time. Dude, people at home, if you know this, you're pretty good.
Yeah, can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop, chop, he says, I'm going to win big. Choose not the life of.
Oh my gosh. Hit me.
Imitation.
Imitation?
Choose not the life of imitation.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know actually.
Is that
the rest
Beastie
of
Boys?
that.
No.
Whoa, no. Oh, yeah. Part 2.
No,
Who's the
what-
band?
Says I'm gonna win big.
Choose not the life of imitation.
Oh, it's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, there you go.
Gosh,
there
dang.
you go.
That was tough.
Yeah,
That was tough.
that was tough. That was tougher than it should have been.
Yeah. Give me another one.
All right. I don't practice Santeria.
I ain't got no crystal ball.
Well, I had,
$1 million.
but I'd.
Spent it all.
Very
Sublime.
Yes,
Very good. All right, here we go. You are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I.
Want it that way because I wrote that one down too.
And who sings it?
NSYNC. Oh, Backstreet Boys. Sorry.
Backstreet Boys. Come
Backstreet
on.
Boys.
Come on. Okay, here we go. This one we're going way back.
Ooh.
Way back. This one might be tough. I am the Eggman. They are the Eggman. I am the blank.
I am the. Wait a minute.
Oh, you got the melody kind of right there.
Oh, yeah. I am the Eggman. I am the. Cuckoo Chew. What's the word before cuckoo choo? I am the Eggman.
It's
I am the
Betsy's.
Eggman.
It's Betsy's favorite band.
Yeah, it's the Beatles. I know that. I am the Walrus.
There it
Yes,
is. Nice.
Walrus.
Nice, dude. I thought I had you on that one. Very good.
Cuckoo-ca-choo.
I am the walrus. Yes, very good. Very good. All right. Okay, well, this one you're definitely going to get. Because maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. And after all.
You're my wonder wall.
Okay, who sings it?
Oasis.
Oasis. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Those of you at home, keeping score of yourself. Let's see here. I see a little silhouette of a man. Blank, blank. Will you do the fandango?
Is it Caramouche or Garamouche? Caramouche. Garamouche. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche. It's Scaramouche, right?
It's Scaramouche.
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 Oh. I
Will
want
you
the
do
definition of that
the
word.
fandango. Sung by.
Queen.
Very good. By Queen.
Yeah.
All right. You got any more for me?
Dude, I wish I wrote down more. Gosh.
Okay, this one, I'm like willing to bet that no one gets this one.
Okay.
Like literally, nobody at home, no one listening is gonna know the song.
It's gonna be a lyric that is like misheard or misread.
This singer did not do a great job enunciating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. A mulatto, an albino, a blank, my libido. Yeah.
Wait, so give it to me one more time.
A mulatto, an albino, a blank, my libido. Yeah.
I know where that's from. I just can't place it. Is it? It's an older song.
Yeah.
I can't even place the
Famous band.
Yeah.
The lead singer's no longer around. He was part of the being 27-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
There's another guy.
Janis. No.
Okay, I'll give you another
Amy
hint.
Winehouse?
It's Nirvana.
Oh, right. Oh, all right. Give it to me one more time. Now that I heard that.
A mulatto, an albino, a blank, my libido. Yeah.
I don't know what that.
See, that's
lyric
what I'm
is.
saying.
What
I don't
is
think
it?
anybody knows this.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes a mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido. Yeah, smells like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't think
tough one,
anyone.
yeah.
I don't think anyone knows that one.
It's hard to place even the lyric, let alone like the
Yeah, a
the
mosquito?
whole. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, okay, here we go. A 7-foot frame, rats along his back. When he
7-foot frame, rats along his back. When he calls your name, it all turns to black.
fades to black, but yes.
Fades to black.
Yeah, he sees your.
Yeah, he sees your face. Wait, no. Now he see your. Oh, wait.
Ooh, you had it. You were rolling.
Fate? No. Now he sees your.
When he sees your dreams and feast on your screams.
Oh, feet. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, and Kanto right there. Very good. All right, you want the rest of them?
Yeah,
I got
let's
a
hear
butt ton more. Here we
Yeah.
go. This one takes us back to high school. As far as I can see it, it don't get better than this. So blank. Here's a song, and it's sealed with a blank. And a thank you, miss.
Oh, that does not ring for me. Oh, okay. Kiss is somewhere in there.
As far as I can see it, it don't get better than this. So blank. Here's a song, and it's sealed with a
Kiss.
and a thank you, miss.
Dude, I can't place that song. What is it? Just tell me who it is, and then maybe I'll try and.
Crazy Town.
No, I don't have it at all. What is it?
As far as I can see it, it don't get better than this. So butterfly, here's a song, and it's sealed with a kiss and a thank you, miss. Oh, that song was so terrible.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't know that lyric.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. All right, here we go. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy, and my sight grew dim. I had to blank for the night.
I had to for the night. I had to. It's Hotel California.
There you go.
Sleep
Up ahead
for
in
the night.
distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy, and my sight grew dim. I had to blank for the night.
Oh fuck! I don't know. I know that I mean clearly know the song, but I don't know that specific word.
I had to stop for the night.
Oh right.
Hotel California by the Eagles.
By the Eagles. Eagles. Eagles.
Here we go. You know I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. I want to tell her that I love her, but the point is probably...
Moot.
Yes, that's it. What's the song?
I actually don't know. It's just the only word that made
I had Jesse's girl.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. That was good.
Well, that was just because of the word. That's the only word that fit there.
All right, here we go. This one's, you better get this one.
Okay.
8675.
309.
Thank you. And then the last one I was going to say is there's a place off blank avenue.
Ocean Avenue.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who sings that song?
Yellow Card.
Who played at our grad night?
Yeah, they did.
Yellow Card did. Did I ever tell you that story?
I mean, I was there. I knew that it happened. What do you mean?
I just remember like all the girls were really obsessed with Yellow Card, like while they were playing.
Yeah.
And they had the dude with the
violin
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, these dudes suck.
And then they went on to like host TRL and
they were on MTV like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Still bitter about it.
Yeah, it was all right. But yeah, they had some good hits. Yeah. All right,
man.
that's it. That's all I got for you.
All right, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know half of those lyrics, but
It's hard.
I mean, they're popular songs, but you have like even some of the lyrics they're not like you have to know that song really well to know exactly what that lyric is. You can kind of get through or know the melody like when it comes on and probably sing along or like hum along, but the actual word that goes in there, that's a tough one. All right, anyways, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Palm Market. Established in 1925, Palm Market is located on Palm Avenue near the Circle of Orange. The new owners, Tim and Moose, are now the owners of the oldest establishment in the city of Orange.
Yeah, they've got some great sandwiches there too. I get the Kubini, which has braised pork, boar's head ham, mustard, pickles, Swiss cheese, all on a telera bread. This thing is lights out.
Very nice. I usually go with the Plaza.
Yeah.
Add a little extra mayo for me, a little bacon, a little avocado. That's what I like.
Yeah.
But when I take my kids there, we always bring quarters, hit the gumball machine.
Yeah.
If you get yourself a orange gumball, you get a free sandwich.
Free sandwich, yeah. Can't beat that. But they don't just do sandwiches. They've got a wide selection of beer and wine. And in fact, May 24th, they got an event coming up. It's a wine night. They're going to do some wine and some cheese. There are limited reservations, so go in, stop in, and talk to Moose and Tim and inquire about, if you can get on that RSVP list.
Yeah, and then when at checkout, tell them Real in the Field sent you, and you'll get 10% off if you mention the podcast from anything from the deli.
Yeah, there's a pretty good deal there. So visit their website, palmmkt.com. Check out all the sandwiches that they have in their menu, and let them know Real in the Field sent you.
All right, we are back from break, and I have a question from a previous episode.
All right.
So a couple episodes ago, season 1, we talked about how in the state of California, they are offering a program where they are going to pay your down payment.
Oh, yeah. The California Dream for All Shared Equity Program.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So the other day, over the weekend, my sister-in-law and I were talking about it. She watched the episode, and we were talking about that. She's like, oh, that program.
Yeah.
And then it kind of turned into a whole family discussion of, how's the state making their money back and doing this and doing that. And I was like, I'll ask about it on the next episode. So what's the latest with everything that's been going on?
Yeah, that was it was a great program, and we, touched on it here and kind of laid the groundwork of how it works.
It was the first day it came out.
Yeah, day one. Yeah, day one is when it came out. By the end of that week, all the funds had been allocated. They had stopped running the program. I mean, there were so many people that were trying to take advantage of that program because it was such it was just such a great thing to have. I mean, the state.
So the state's like done.
Oh, they're done. Yeah, that money's been earmarked, gone. The way that it worked was you had to take these classes in order to qualify. There was
Right.
a
I remember you
couple
saying
of
that.
laundry list of things that you had to do in order to qualify for that. If you qualified for it, you were kind of given a certificate, and then you would have to work with the lender to get pre-approved for for the loan, not just for the program. But the big part was you had to be in contract in order to have those funds allocated towards you. And if you weren't in contract, it just, time was kind of working against you.
So in contract with like a
with the
brokerage
purchase,
or
with the purchase, yeah.
Okay.
So you had to put out an offer, have an offer accepted, and then start open up escrow. So I had a client that actually applied for it, and that first week that it went out, we got into contract on a property. We put out an offer on a property, went into contract, opened up escrow, and when we opened escrow, that earmarked that money for that specific applicant. So thankfully, we were able to see it all the way through, and that money was allocated for them. The purchase of their home, the money got sent to escrow, so they put 20% down, and they were only out of pocket for closing costs, and essentially got into a house, or in this case was a condo, with very minimal funds.
Nice.
20% down. They got that money that went straight from the state into escrow, got funded, and so they don't pay any PMI because they have paid. They pay 20% down, on paper. It's a conventional loan. It wasn't an FHA loan, even or a Cal HFA. It was a conventional loan, like in the eyes of the lender. It was just this program that was giving them the money. So it's kind of like just somebody that let them borrow the money to get their down payment.
So is the state gonna I don't know, maybe try it again?
I mean, it was a really successful program. There are other programs.
Is it still early to tell if it's successful? Because then, the state is going to want to collect its money back eventually.
Yeah, but that's the great thing about it is it's not, you don't have to pay it back at any point. There's no stipulation that says you have to pay it back at this date. It's just when you do sell your property, you have to pay it back.
20% back, yeah.
Yeah, you have to pay back what you borrowed plus 20% of your gained equity.
Okay, so they did finally decide on the 20%?
Yeah, 20% is what you're going to have to pay back in your, whatever equity that you gain. But, it's a way that people would be able to afford a monthly payment, because when you put 20% down, you don't have to pay PMI, and you're also borrowing less money. So your monthly payment is a lot lower. You don't have to pay as much because you're borrowing less.
Sure.
So just, from that, that numerical standpoint, you pay less in your monthly payment because you're borrowing less.
Do you know how many people got in on the?
There was an estimated 2,000 to 3,000. I don't know the exact number, but it was only about 2,000 or 3,000 just from what was the money that was in that pool. It was estimated that they could send out about 2,000 applicants. So it was
that's pretty good.
Yeah, 2,000 people that would otherwise not be able to afford this kind of payment, because to even on a $500,000 condo, you're having to put away $100,000 as a 20% down payment. And a lot of people, aren't able to save that much money in the time it takes to, to purchase a house. By the time they've saved that, more often than not, the prices have gone up to a point where now they have to save a little bit more. So then becomes this kind of, never-ending kind of cycle of having to save more money to make a bigger down payment. So having that 20% just, pretty much given to you from the state,
do you think
was a great program.
Do you think they'll try again and bring it back?
I think it was really, like we said, it's hard to say if it's like successful. I mean, it's successful in that a lot of people took advantage of it and now are in homes. 2,000 roughly families have benefited from this program. I think, I think the state would, I think because of that, I could see the state doing that one more time.
Yeah. Do you think, I know this is kind of probably a harder, or not a harder question, but probably don't know, like how many years do you think it would be down the road before you could say, yes, it was a successful program?
Yeah.
Both sides benefited. The state got their cut. A lot of people benefit from it. Like, we talking 10 years down the road? We talking, or
well, it depends,
20?
right? It depends on like what the the homeowner's planning to do with the property.
Yeah.
If this was their starter home, and they're looking to kind of parlay that into a bigger home later, then maybe they're what they're gonna take home after they pay back the state and pay back that 20%. Maybe it's a little bit lower, but I mean, in all honesty, I don't think there's a situation where you ever purchase a property, no matter how you got there, that you ever look back and go, I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't a good move. I think that this will, no matter what, when you kind of pencil out the math on it, it always makes sense to purchase a property, to have this like equity, even though you're sharing 20% of it. 20% of anything is better than 0% of nothing. And so when you see these families, and this family that I worked with to get into this condo, they're going to have equity in a home. Now, yes, it will be 20% lower than what they could have gotten if they just would have gone at it alone. But I don't think necessarily, that they could have got into it alone, but it wouldn't have been the same place, the same, the same payments. It would have been a different scenario. Sure. So I think because of that, just looking at it now, it is a success.
That's cool. I'm glad it is successful and
benefits some people. Yeah.
That's great.
So, I mean, I think that, if it does come back, I think it just be, whoever it is that's looking to get into a program like that. I mean, this is one of very many programs that the state offers. So Cal HFA offers a lot of down payment assistance. They offer closing cost assistance. There's a lot of programs that are out there that can help you get into a home.
Assist you,
Yeah, it's not necessarily not just this 20%. This one was just like a big, made a lot of noise because it was such a big deal to get 20% from the state, that it just made a lot of noise and a lot of people were aware of it. But there are a lot of other programs that are available, and you just have to talk to a lender and see what's available to you. There's programs for teachers. There's zero down programs for teachers. There's down payment assistance for teachers and first responders, things like that. I work with a lender that has a really good program that offers assistance for closing costs that aren't paid back at the back end with any like points or anything like that. There's a lot of different programs that are out there to assist in whatever situation that the lender is in, or the borrower is in. You just have to go out there and find it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. Well, I think on that note, we'll wrap up today's episode. It's a great one. Yeah. We'll be back soon for a new episode of Real in the Field. And until next time, we'll see you.